Okay. Should I? I don't know. Late night or hotel if you want to hang out. If you'd like to get a card pull, a free card, or if you have a question, you can ask a question. Yep, as long as you engage with the stream and you subscribe. It's free in the sense that like you don't have to pay, but you do need to follow, subscribe, and like the stream. If you don't do that, I'll exile you. I'll chop off your head. Just I won't. But yeah, I'm gonna change music. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hopefully, it's a nice life. I don't know. Maybe also just hang out for a while. Yeah, and get some stuff done. But who knows? Who knows? Not I, it's in my Also, who that is again? Yeah. In the meantime, I'll just be multitasking. So, yeah. If you're watching after the fact, then I guess it doesn't matter. But check out the description if you'd like me to pull you cards. If you'd like a private reading, check out the description. One-on-one services available in the description. Once again, I said I was going to change. So, hello, what's up? How's it going? For those joining, hopefully you're well. If you would like a card pull, if you have a question, you can ask as long as you subscribe and also like the live. As long as you do that, I will pull you a card. Maybe more, depending on how I feel. I'm changing the music, I'm sorry. Changing the music, I promise. It's okay. Hopefully that's better. Thank you for liking the live. Once again, if you have a question, if you'd like a card pull, just once again, make sure you subscribe and also like the live. I can tell this guy has a lot of friends. Well, first of all, having a lot of friends does not determine anything about one's character. It just means that they're friendly. And also, most likely, people who have a lot of friends are actually not that great of people. So I don't know what your barometer is, what you're measuring. So thank you for the comment, but completely unnecessary. As was my comment. It's unnecessary. Anyways, I'll be hanging out for a while if you want to hang out. If you want to get card pulled, once again, make sure you subscribe. Tap the screen. If you want to get a reading, information is down below in the description. If you didn't know, now you know. Description down below. Okay. I'm sorry, maybe that was an unnecessary comment. I didn't need to say what I said. I didn't need to say that. But also, is there an also? Is there an addition? I don't know. Hello, thank you for tapping the screen. If you have a question, if you'd like me to pull your card, make sure to tap the screen and also subscribe. Make that number go up. There's a little thumb button that you click. Hello, Mary. What's up? What's up? You didn't ask. You asked a different question, but I am open to pulling cards. I'm open to answering questions if you'd like. Just make sure to give a thumbs up and also subscribe, and I got you. If you'd like more in-depth reading, check out the description down below. So sorry for the time. I haven't been doing it as much, but it comes out occasionally. Hello. Thank you for tapping the screen. Guadalupe. Who's joining? It's 3 likes, thank you. And again, give a thumbs up and subscribe and ask if you have a question or if you just want me to pull your card at different times. So if you're interested, if you're not interested, thanks for your presence. But if you are interested, once again, there's info in the description if you're unsure of what's going on. How we doing? Good evening. Are you feeling shy? That was way off beat. I guess nobody wants to talk to me. I'd rather just stare at me. Again, if anybody is interested in the reading, if you're interested in the card pull, if you have any questions that you would ask, there's information in the description. I heard the meme in my head, when I catch Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. I don't know where that's from, but then he like chases him around the room. It's like, when I catch you, Ricky, when I catch you. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna catch you. Or something's gonna happen. It was funny, that's why I laughed. I was just explaining why I laughed. Over explaining. Can I ask a question for those who are still here, for those who comment and are still here? What is the purpose of asking open-ended questions if you're just going to go silent? I imagine there is a purpose, but I want to believe, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and believe that it's not what I'm thinking. I know, it's like, you say, how are you? Or hello, and then I respond, you say nothing. It's very odd behavior. I don't mean to be rude. Just saying that I see it. Just telling it how it is it. If anybody has genuine questions, if anybody wants a card pull, you can ask. Just make sure to give a thumbs up. This is not a thumbs up. Thumbs up. And subscribe. I got you. So much tension in my body. Big Renzo, what's groovy? No. Did you? Congratulations if you did. That's not really a direct goal of mine, but it would be nice. Thanks for stopping by. Also, thanks for the thumbs up. This is not a thumbs up. I keep doing that, but this is a thumbs up. I guess it's the same shape, upside down. I don't know. Whatever. Almost. That's awesome. That's awesome. I can't see. I can't see your page. I still haven't watched your videos. I'm sorry. I've been very busy with a lot of different things. It's your New Year's resolution. New Year's resolutions are scams, but you didn't hear that from me. Um, just have goals and try to stick to them, you know. But also, I'm not giving. You didn't ask for my advice. I'm just saying my opinion. So, also, I need more water. Welcome to this journey. If you have a question, if you'd like me to play you cards, you're welcome to ask. All you have to do is give a thumbs up. This is not a thumbs up. This is the loser sign. Give a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll pull you a card if you have a question or if you just like a general card pull. If you'd like more than that, there's information down in the description, down in the DMs. Also, I'm sorry, my scalp has been really itchy. You have been working on that. I don't know what to do about that yet, but I've been working on it. Um, anyways. Oh, are you saying that I'm a scam? LOL. Is that what you're implying with the way that you responded? I've had many people call me a scam. Also, that's my guitar. My guitar case. That's over in the distance. I always feel like I need to retune it whenever I put it down. Anyways. Oh, goodness. I'm just dropping stuff. Okay. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm sorry that I haven't really caught your streams. I try to engage with your stuff when I see them, but also I'm going to assume that you're being totally joking and you don't mean any. I assume that you don't actually think that. Um, the only scam that I did was not watching your videos when I said that I would. I did think about that like earlier today. I was like, I said I was going to watch his videos and I haven't. I thought about that. And I felt a tiny bit bad about that, but life goes on. So now you're here. So I said it to you directly. I'm sorry. I usually try to mean what I say, or say what I mean. Mean what I say what I mean. And as you see, Ariana Grande, that's a lyric reference. So now I want to play pop music again. I was playing pop music before this one. Wilmington is joining. I don't know how many people are actually here. The algorithm is so weird. It does it the same thing on TikTok. It'll say like 100 views, but then like it'll only show 2 people, and I'm like, what's the truth? What's the truth algorithm? You know? Also, do you work in a restaurant? Is that where I saw you? You made a post about being in a restaurant or something. Um, you said something about something. No, I said you should get sleep. That's what I said. I think. Because I said, how do you look chopped and also like fine shit at the same time? That's what I said. Me, a restaurant. Um, I remember you posted something. You had like a headset on or something. I think I can be totally wrong. This was like weeks ago. I don't know. Um, yeah, that song is in my head. I said you look chopped and also you look like fine. You look. It was a double-sided compliment. Um, like you look tired. That's what I said. I didn't say that verbatim. I don't remember what I said, but I know that I said something positive and also negative. So I'm sorry if you found offense to that. Hello, strangers on the internet. Welcome as you pass through, as you scroll through. If you want to stop by, hello. I'm open to pulling cards. I'm open to answering questions. If you subscribe, if you give a thumbs up. If you'd like more than that, you can check out the description. Otherwise, I'm just here. I'm just hanging out. Just waiting for someone with a gun. Just kidding. I don't know why I said that. I said it because it rhymes. Someone with a gun. Silly. Crybaby is stuck in the head by Amelia Moore, I think that's her name. Do you like to make me cry, baby? Cause you do it all the time. Ah, that was a weird bit. When did God keep control of the world? Oh my god. I don't know how well you can even hear me because the AC's on. You know, on YouTube, usually it's like very muffled. On TikTok, it's kind of fine, but over here, the audio doesn't sound the same. It's not quite the same. Do what you do, free game, take it or leave it. What? You know, this is, if you notice the title, this is Oracle and Chill, and so that I'm being chill. If you see my streams, if anybody looks at the other streams that I've been doing the last week and a half, sometimes I'll come on, I'll do a check-in, and I'll like pull cards. I'll show the cards and like I'll, go through as if it were a video. But I did that yesterday. The last time I did that was yesterday because, well, the day before yesterday now because it's after midnight for me. I don't know what time zone you're in, but it's a little bit after midnight for me. Um, Yesterday was a full moon. Also, that's the weird thing about astrology because it does depend on your own time zone. Um, but the 28th was technically a full moon. Full moon in Cancer, I think. Full moon in Cancer. 921. Oh my goodness, you're a time traveler. Yeah. Tarot cards. Tarot is how you spell it. But yeah. Also, I was supposed to be looking at this real quick. Yeah. I also have Oracle. There's also Oracle cards. These are romance angels. I have Fish. Believe in your own magic because you should believe in yourself. Why are you not believing in yourself? This is a bunch of affirmations and like reminders. Take care of your body and trust yourself, stuff like that. Actually, I'm gonna pull one for me, and whoever happens to be, I'm gonna pull one for me just because I can. I can take it out the box. I think these are supposed to be bigger. I had a friend once upon a time who had this deck, and it was bigger. Would you like a card? Would you like one of these cards? Justice is coming. The number 7 comes out twice. Facial expressions of Jim Carrey. Are you sure? That's flattering, I think. I don't know if that's supposed to be flattering. I think that's flattering. Comment. We have witch. Justice is coming. These are not tarot. Once again, if you actually were listening, my friend. This is tarot. These are not. Justice is coming. Well, I was just more so pulling for me. But... So if you're experiencing a situation where there's not a lot of balance, that you see things balancing out, especially if you stand in truth, if you stand in integrity. The green mask dude? You mean, what? The green mask dude. How eloquent. The mask, I think is what you mean also. That looks very chapped. And I need water. I'll be right back. Played by Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey is a legend. Have you heard his story? Also, this is water. It's overkill. Like he has a really inspiring story of how he like got to where he is. Apparently, he like wrote a check to himself before he did any work, like substantial work, and then like that came true. Manifestation is real. It's really just aligned thinking and aligned action. But yeah, these are more affirmational decks or cards. These are like more motivational, you know? Do I have your permission to do what? Are you fapping? Are you doing your permission, my permission to do what? To look up Jim Carrey? Also, prune juice. It's really good for digestion. To make AI clips of you, I'm screaming. I don't see the long-term point, but if that's what you want to do, I guess. I don't know. Oh, diarrhea, I'm screaming. No, I mean, it can be, but it helps for like, if you don't have regular bowel movements. Not saying that I do or don't, but I think generally good to, you know. Um, Hello, welcome to the scrolling on past, scrolling past. So now I'm just shuffling things. Anyways, that was Let Them Go. That's the card. It was there. Let the tree burn. Let it burn. You're gonna be set for life. Are you talking with the diarrhea or with the AI videos? I don't understand what you mean by that. There's no such thing as set for life, by the way. That's an illusion. That's a myth. Because life has ups and downs. Okay, cool. I don't know why you told me that. Good for you. That's information. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that, but that's good. That's good for you. Also, I thought I was supposed to be able to. What? You had taught me, you had showed me how to like look at the live stream while I was on my computer. That's what I'm trying to do, but it just took me to the edit. Hello. Welcome. Good evening. I'm just hanging out. If you want to hang out, if you want to ask questions or ask a question or get a card pull. Ideally, it wouldn't be a stupid question, but just look at my channel page. That sounds way too simple. Sounds way too simple. Another camera. It should show your live stream. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm in the YouTube studio. You would think that it would automatically. Okay, that's not. I typed it wrong. Also, I have to change my headphones. I don't know what the audio is going to sound like when I do this, so if you could let me know, like let me know if it changes. Sure. What is it? Multiple personality or whatever it was video. But one thing, I've just been busy with a lot of things. And I say busy because like, what is busy? Like constantly focusing your energy on different things, preoccupying your time. Mutant Skippy. Mutant Skippy. Makes me think of peanut butter. I don't care for peanut butter, but that's what it made me think of. Oh my gosh, I got 4 new subs. Like, okay, I see. I'm gonna have to turn the volume down because it's okay. Also, is there no way to fix that? Because if I try to do it sideways, it's like, don't do that. Like, it's like orientation is locked. Wait, is that me? Yeah, no, it doesn't let me Doesn't want me to do it sideways, but that's how a video should be. Oh, I guess because that's how they want it to be. They want it to be uh, landscape would be sideways, upright is horizontal. I don't know. It works. Hello, welcome. How's it going? If you have a question, use some cards. I'm sorry, I'm like really manic. Have some cards. If you're interested, all you gotta do is give me a thumbs up and subscribe. You know, just start your orientation away from the show. Are you sure? Are you sure? I feel like I've tried to do that before. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. That's something to consider next time. Hello, welcome, good evening, good morning. What's up, what's up? I'm just here if you want to hang out, if you want to ask a question, if you'd like to get a card pull, if you want to do the tango. I don't dance, actually. Not with anybody, not publicly. I dance in my own private energy. I'm not a show dancer. Is that what you call it? Show dancer? Anyways, hello. But you're across the world? LOL. Well, not across the world, but across the country. But yes. Thank you for tapping the screen. I don't know who gave me a like, but thank you. You're awesome. Hope you hope good things happen to you. And if they don't, it's because you're not open to it. Because you're closed off. You need to shake your booty. Just kidding. I'm the last person to tell somebody to shake their butt because I'm very stiff sometimes. I'm very like, that's not stiff, but I don't know. I tend to be very like rigid, I think, in my energy. I'm gonna go do my stuff. Okay, well, have fun. I appreciate you stopping by. It's nice. It's always nice having you in here. I don't want to promise anything, but I want to watch some of your videos. I haven't checked in your videos, but I want you guys. If there's anybody else in here, check out Big Renza. Click on his page if you want to. Check him out. He seems like a nice guy, but why did I say but? Anyways, but yeah, I'm just hanging out. If you want to hang out, I don't know who all is here, but I do appreciate the likes. Thank you for the subbies. Oops, I wrote the wrong thing. Where's the time gone? I probably shouldn't play contemporary music because then they'll like restrict me. But I want to play music. I want to play actual music. Just because you want to doesn't mean you should, though. It's a valuable lesson. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you can does not mean you should. Just because you can jump out of a moving car doesn't mean you should. Just because you can jump out of a plane without a parachute doesn't mean you should. You know? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Just because you should doesn't mean you woulda, coulda, shoulda, do. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just talking. I'm being silly. I haven't gotten sleep, so I'm running on sweet caffeine and spike. That's a paramount lyric. I'm off caffeine on doctor's orders, but luckily for me, I run on sweet caffeine. Or no, I run on That's not what she said. That's contradiction. She's just saying I'm running on spite. Why do I have such an itch to listen to music right now? There's the devil in my mind. The devil's like, listen to music, listen to the devil's music, secular music. I'm being silly. I don't believe in the traditional idea of the devil, but also hello, welcome. If you do, whatever, but I don't. I did love the devil character in Carl Jung's Red Book, the Red Book. I remember I read it during Christmas, I was in love with that section. I was in love with the whole book, but that section, I remember laughing maniacally to myself because it was like so good. Um, a very good book. If you haven't read the Red Book, I would recommend it. It's a really heavy read. It's really abstract. So if you're looking for something light, maybe it's not for you, but it's a really good book. Now a whole bunch of other books are flooding through my head. There is a link in the link tree with a bunch of book recommendations if you cared, if you're a book reader, if you like. It also has YouTube links and a bunch of other stuff that has helped me on my journey. If you're interested, if not, whatever. But yeah, link tree down below. If you click on the sorry, cramping. If you go to if you go to the description, water. Yeah, I might come on later in the day after I maybe get some sleep, who knows, and do like a collective check-in like I've been doing. But it's late. I wasn't feeling like constantly pulling cards and stuff. I'm like, you know, this is why it's called a chill session because I'm chilling until somebody summons me, until somebody wants me to do something, until somebody asks me to do a backflip or something. I can't do a backflip. I'm not good at backflips. Have I tried? No. But am I going to? Probably not. Backflips are dangerous. Hello, welcome. Welcome and goodbye because you're probably scrolling. But thank you for gracing me with your presence, even if for a moment, in time. Check out. I need to focus. Once again, I'm doing other stuff, trying to be funny until somebody asks for a card pull or has a question. Just make sure you thumbs up and subscribe. That's all I ask. Oh my god, that's a beautiful song by Adele. All I ask. I think I've done covers of that. I love that song. Adele is like such a great songwriter, such a great artist. And hello, welcome, good evening, good morning. Maybe I need to stop doing that. Maybe I need to stop being like a little Labrador. Saying hi to everybody. Hi. Maybe I need to ignore people. And also maybe I shouldn't say everything out loud. But if there is anybody here, your silent presence is unnerving. So you should say something if you are here, if there's somebody in the corners, in the shadows. So, go ahead. Nice. Hello, welcome. I just said I was gonna not do that, but it's in my nature, so I have to go up to my nature. Sophia, hello, Sophia. Do you read cards? I do. If you're interested in the card pool, if you would like to ask a question, do two things for me. I'll make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe, and I got you. If you want, you can even pick the kind of card, unless you don't care. I have tarot, I have romance. Oh, it's okay. Do you channel too? Yeah, I guess so. I don't necessarily call it that anymore, but I guess yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't. Once again, I don't really. I do. I appreciate that you said that word. I do, but I don't necessarily call it a thing. I feel like I just naturally am a channel, so I just kind of, you know what I mean. But thank you for making me think. You didn't mean to do that, but you made me think. So thank you. I don't know who you are, Sophia, but you're awesome. I also have to believe in your magic deck. You know, but channeling, like intentionally channeling, is a lot. Like those readers who like, tune in and like deliver whole like speeches and like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, all right, I don't know about that. Occasionally it happens like that, but you know, to intentionally do that is a lot. I just kind of exist as a vessel. Anyways, also your profile picture is cute. Are you like 12 or something? That's a really cute profile picture. Are you a horse? The chariot. I'm kidding. You're not a horse. Horses don't have fingers to type, nor do they have the wherewithal to text, because they're horses, not humans. Um, yeah, true. Then to I'm not either of those. You're not a horse, and also you're not. I don't know what the other thing was. It would be. I'm like multitasking. I'm like working on something until somebody summons me, and also I guess entertaining, talking, chatting. Welcome. Hello. I'm just here. If you want to hang out, if you want to ask a question, if you like the card pull, if you like more than a card pull, if you like that, you can also check out the description down below. There's music, there's books, there's other stuff. Slow typing. If you'd like to ask a question, I'm assuming that you subscribed. It doesn't notify me. For most, occasionally it does. It's like, oh yeah, they subscribed. But usually it doesn't notify. But I'm assuming you subscribed. So if you have a question, you can put it in the chat. Did you say it again? Oh, cool. Thank you. You're awesome. Oh no, I deleted the wrong thing. Yeah. Okay. It's talking about a person, romance, love, friendship. I also have love messages. I guess usually when I do this, the channeling happens a lot. I don't really love. I mean, I don't mind. Don't let me deter you. I don't really love those sorts of questions, but I guess it's understandable. I haven't spoken to this person in like 2 years, but yes, it makes love. Okay. Do you want? What do you want to know specifically? Do you just want to know how they feel about things, or soul tie? Do you want to know if they still want to hold your hand or something? That wasn't your card. I was just. That wasn't your card. Are they coming back or are we done? Ooh. I'm gonna pull you two cards because I appreciate this interaction. So What's going on for this ex? Oh shit. We have irreplaceable flipping out of the dead. Beyonce. Irreplaceable. And then what's going on between Sophia and this other dude? I can get some clear, accurate answer. Sophia and this other dude. Sophia. We have honeymoon worth waiting for. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. The imagery of this in this moment is catching my eye because she's kind of turned away from the view of the audience. Like she has her back turned. So I don't know if you left. I don't know what happened, but and then also there's like distance. Like they're very far away from the. You know what I mean, there's like a lot of space. So there's an energy of like. I mean, my opinion. Like if I were to just completely like go off script and like direct, like ask the soul, like when it comes to relationships, as far as I'm aware, like there's always like some sort of lesson. I have lesson cards too. Lesson. If you want me to pull one, if you, but yeah. Anytime we have a strong relationship, anytime we have a strong connection towards someone, my perspective, my opinion, you don't have to agree, but I believe that like there's a lesson. There's something that our soul wants us to learn. And sometimes it's sad. Sometimes it's bittersweet. I'm thinking of that Bad Bunny song. I don't speak Spanish. I don't listen to Bad Bunny either. But one time I was channeling songs, and that a song of this came on. Unformidable dance, I think, is what it's called. What it translates to, and it's about a really passionate connection. And it came to an end, but he never forgot the dance. Whatever dance that other person taught him, he like kept it with him, and it was like this really beautiful thing. Even though the relationship didn't last, it was like still a, you know what I mean. It still affected him, and vice versa. It's just been on my mind a lot. Hispanic. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Sometimes relationships don't last, but the the effects of them can, and that's a beautiful thing. What's going on? Saw the forgiveness card. Um, yeah. What's going on for Sophia and this guy? I can get some clarity. What's going on? What's the lesson? What's the lesson between these two, if I can? Um, yeah, once again, I saw the forgiveness card like as I was shuffling, and forgiveness is generally an energy of release, letting go. So if you are open to the lesson, I think the lesson here is like enjoying something and allowing yourself to let it go. Like, sure, it might have been a beautiful connection. I don't know all the details, but it served its purpose. You know, we have relationships. I do not like the grammar on this card. I'm sorry to be a Virgo, but I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. This is every time I see this card, it makes me, yeah. Because it should be I'm attracted to people who serve a higher good, but it's like those people. Like, who are those people? Like, what does that mean? Um, and then also imagination. So I don't know if you're a creative. I don't know if you are an artist or something, but that's an energy that's coming through. Tuning into your creative side. Make a cake, bake a cake, or paint a painting or something. You know. Welcome, hello. If you have a question, thank you for giving the thumbs up. I assume that you subscribed. You can ask a question if you also subscribed. Thank you. Oh, the AC turned off. That definitely probably changed the audio. So I'm gonna, yeah. I feel like this was a really beautiful connection, at least from your perspective. And once again, it's unfortunate. Sometimes things end, and it's just a matter of appreciating it for what it was, you know. So much love to you. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that's useful. And I appreciate your presence. You're awesome. Will the collab with Ashwin go smoothly? So, like I say, whenever people ask me about the future is not set in stone. So I'll pull you a card. I will. Don't worry. I'll pull you a card. But the future is determined based off of our present actions. So if you were to vomit on stage, then most likely it probably wouldn't go as well as you'd like. But but I'm not saying you would want it. I'm just being silly. What is your name? Non-law? I don't know what your name is. Give me a name. Or don't. You don't have to. But so I'm sorry I'm squinting so much. Oh, I need glasses. Jasmine. I assumed you were a dude. I'm sorry to say that if that offends you. Maybe that means you have masculine energy. Maybe you're very direct and blunt, straight to the point. But I'm sorry to assume that you were a dude. Not an insult. So for Jasmine and Ashley. Jasmine and Ashley. And essentially, it's one card per person. I was just pulling extra cards because, I don't know, I felt like it. Quite blunt at the moment. A lot on my plates. I don't know how those two connect, but yeah, I hear you. Let's go for Jasmine and Ashley. King of Cups. Oh my god, that's funny. Because you said direct control. Perseverance. I think it's very likely that things will go well. There's the King of Cups is King of Emotions, somebody who feels their feelings. They have their emotions in check. They don't suppress. They feel and they direct accordingly, responsibly. Perseverance also comes through. I don't know what your work ethic is, but I would imagine it's probably pretty strong with these two cards. Perseverance, Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like you'll do your best to make it go smoothly. You can't control all the other variables, but I'm pretty sure you'll do what you need to do, and that's enough. That's all you can worry about, really. King of Cups representing him. If you wanted to, but I was not thinking about him in that moment. I was thinking about you. This is you managing your emotions and yeah, I wasn't really tuned into his energy as much. I was more so focused on you because you can't control him. I mean, maybe you can. Maybe you have that ability. Some people have the ability to manipulate with their mind. But I'm assuming that that's not something that you're tapped into. If it is, I don't know. I don't need to know. But yeah, the King of Cups is generally somebody who is large and in charge. They know what needs to be done. They do it, and they do it with compassion. They do it with emotional consideration. My Six of Cups. Yeah, so I think it'll go pretty well. If you have an issue with like him putting in his workload, if that's what it is, then like once again, the King of Cups knows how to communicate that efficiently, compassionately. You know, hey, I noticed you're not really doing your work. Do you want to get off your ass and like do that? Maybe not like that. I'm being silly, but you know what I mean. The King of Cups embodying this energy, I think, would be helpful to the situation. Remembering that there's a task to be done, but also people have feelings, and sometimes they don't do as well when you don't honor their feelings. You know. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that's helpful. Hope that's your style. Once again, second card, perseverance. Do what you can, but also all you can do is do what you can. You can't control anybody else. Once again, unless you do things first and you have what is it? Mind control ability. Doofenshmirtz doesn't have that ability. Did I just date myself? Doofenshmirtz, Phineas and Ferb. Does anybody even watch it anymore? Do I feel like I need to ask twice if I'm a man? What? What? Huh? Are you a man? I thought you said you were named Jasmine. Jasmine is a woman's name. Yeah, I don't really perceive genders too much when it comes to this. It's just like the energy, like masculine, feminine, like dominant, submissive, passive, active. Hello, welcome. For those joining, hi, welcome. Hope you're well. If you'd like me to pull your card, if you have a question, do me two things before I do that. Make sure you thumbs up. I keep doing this for thumbs. This is not a thumbs up. This is thumbs up. Thumbs up, and also subscribe. Quite blunt because he was being stern and not doing stuff, being rude about it. I feel you. Yeah. The King of Cups also has strong boundaries. They're compassionate, they're caring, but also they're like, we're at work. It's about business, about the numbers. I don't care about, well, I do care, but I don't care in this moment about how you feel. Like, you know what I mean? That's the King of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a different story. She is a little bit more tactful, I think. Yeah, thank you, Cornisha. If you have a question, you can put it in the chat, and I will most likely put you a card. So yeah, Jasmine, once again, thank you. Appreciate your participation. And what I meant is, you would have done the work without me asking twice if I'm a man. I wish I understood what you said. The formation of your words made me confused. I don't understand. Maybe it's a me thing. I don't know. One of us lost in translation. And what I meant is, he would have done the work without me asking twice. I'm sorry that I don't understand. I don't understand what your words mean. But at least you tried. That's all you can do. Just kidding. That's not all you can do. You can try to force. I wouldn't recommend forcing. Forcing is never a good idea. What's coming towards you in love? Why did you put zodiac sign? What's your zodiac? Are you a Cancer? Are you a Dancer? I'm a Gemini. You didn't ask. What's going on for love? What's going on for love for Carnisha? I didn't say it didn't make sense. I just said I don't understand. Those are two different sentiments. I don't understand. That doesn't make sense. I don't understand. You probably make perfect sense to somebody else. I just don't understand. Like misogyny, if they were a man, then things get done. They're not being heard, I think. Okay, I understand that. I understand a little bit better. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think I understand what you. If that's what you meant, okay. I think, yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. No, I want to know the zodiacs. Oh, um, I've never really had somebody ask me to figure out the zodiac of somebody. Translation. And there's a part of my brain, as sassy as this might sound, I'm not trying to be funny, I'm not trying, but there's a part of my brain that's like, does it matter what sign they are? Um, I don't have zodiac based cards, but I'll pull you a card or whatever, you know, something kind of issue. Yeah, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, that leaves it very open for interpretation. You're also the Ace of Cups. So what sign are they? What sign? It could be Sagittarius, is what I'm hearing. Um, but Capricorn is also Ten of Pentacles. I don't know if you're open to hearing this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you don't like what I'm about to say, I'm sorry, but there is an energy of like letting go of expectation, letting go of the outcome. With these two cards, I didn't mean to pull two. I just meant to pull one, but it came out. Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Wands is generally about releasing, letting go of what does not serve you. You're holding on to too many things. You're holding on to too many ideas, too many thoughts, too many beliefs. I feel it. I feel it. I don't know if you feel it, but I feel it. I felt it before I even tuned in. But yeah, maybe if you're open to that information, once again, letting go of the expectation, letting go of like needing it to be a certain way or to look a certain way, because usually the love that you seek is not what you think it's going to be. Usually, there's a card from this deck that says, "Me for real too." Yeah, holding on to too many things is not good. But there's a card from this deck that says, "Your soulmate is." What is it? Keep it open. I think it's keep an open mind. Your soulmate is different from your usual type and expectations. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm looking for it, but yeah, basically, there's a card that says that, and it's like the person that you actually need, the person that you think you need, or whatever, might not be what you want. If that makes sense. I mean, you're gonna want it, obviously, but like, it might be somebody that you're not used to. Where is he at? Where else is he at? What if it's literally at the end of the deck? That'd be so funny. Yeah, right here. Keep an open mind. What does it say? Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Why would I get sassed at just because what I said doesn't make sense to some people at school? And yeah, paper reading. Okay, I feel like you're trying to like. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like you're trying to trigger me because like I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand. I never said that you didn't make sense. You're putting words in my mouth. I love the topic of love. If I could ask another question, what's coming in? I really hate when people do that. Like you were putting words in my mouth. Like I feel like I was being very compassionate, and if you didn't perceive it that way, I'm sorry, but I feel like I was doing my best to be compassionate. Um, so I don't know. Watch your ears. I'm gonna hit the bell. Watch your ears. Yeah, sure. I'll pull you some more cards just because I'm already in the energy. She took away the like. Okay. Whatever. What's coming in? If I can, if it's okay. What's going on? We have Three of Wands, the future. The future's coming up. Three of Wands, vision. We also have the Empress. Four of Cups. Do you meditate, Sophia? Can I push my religion onto you? Can I suggest meditation? I think meditation is a nudity, but Two of Cups. So there is love coming if that's what you're manifesting. But I don't know if maybe you do meditate. I don't want to assume anything, but I feel like everybody gets silent when I suggest meditation because like, what? How dare you? How dare you suggest such a beautiful practice? But meditation, I think, is a really good thing, especially if you are consciously manifesting. If you're trying to create your reality, sometimes it's necessary to calm the thoughts down, slow down, allow information to come in rather than pushing in information out. You know. But that's just my opinion. It's my opinion. But I'm so bad at it. No, you're not. A lot of people think that, but I mean, I don't know. What does that mean? Do you like fidget? Do you like give up halfway? I mean, if that's what you mean, then maybe. Um, if that's what you mean, maybe you are bad at it. But there's not one way to meditate. There's a lot of different ways to meditate. The whole idea of meditation is I don't want to say silencing your mind, but like slowing your mind down enough to receive information. That's really the core of it. Um, and sometimes, especially for me, movement is a really big thing for me. I get really meditative when I'm like in movement, like walking, running. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, I can sit down and meditate, but like I personally, movement is a really big thing. If you watch my videos, a lot of my videos are I'm walking, and none of those are scripted. I'm just, you know, at work and school though. I guess I get in my head and it takes me right out of the meditation. I feel you. I feel what you're saying. Um, and this is going to sound like I'm placating, but I've also been diagnosed with ADHD, so I totally get it. I've heard people say all the time, I have ADHD, I can't meditate. I also have ADHD. And I'm not medicated. Well, not officially. At the same time, I've heard movement today. Movement! And movement is important. There's a card from this deck. This is a box. There's a card from this deck that says, nothing can grow or evolve without movement. What if I could find that on the first try? Nope. I was hoping I would find it easily, but growth. No, that's a different card. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I think that's what it says. I don't know. Also, I feel a little bit sad, a little bit bittersweet about that other lady who was in here. Jasmine was her name? I don't know. She tried to like come at me and then like disappeared. It's like, okay. If that's your approach, if that's how you deal with conflict, I understand change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Yeah, sometimes it's really necessary to move the body. Exercise is important. A lot of people don't like to exercise. I haven't exercised in a while. I went to the gym today. I didn't exercise because I had already been walking. I walked beyond my goal because I have 400 calories. I think it was 600 calories, but after I moved, I lowered the bar because getting out of the house is a lot. But movement is very important. Movement. Move. I joked earlier with, well, he's not here anymore, but with Renzo about how I'm very stiff. I can be very rigid. Sometimes I have to like remind myself to loosen up. You probably wouldn't think that because of my facial expressions, but like I can be very rigid, very masculine in nature. Well, that's not true. Never mind. I take it back. I feel like I'm very balanced, but I don't know. Because masculine is about action, taking action, moving forward, movement. And then feminine is receiving, stillness, calm. Nothing about gender, but the energy. You need feminine energy to listen, to receive information. You need masculine to project, to give, to move. You know, that's how I understand the difference. I actually have a video like buried in my videos about masculine and feminine energy. For those tuning in, thank you. I appreciate your presence, your earballs, um, like eyeballs but ears, earlobes. You don't listen with your earlobes. Your earlobes are just a thing that hang out. But yeah, thank you for listening. I appreciate your presence, whoever happens to be here hanging out. If you are interested in the one-on-one, I do have a description down below. There's a link. There's a bunch of different things. If you want to check that out. If not, no hard feelings. I might cry about it later, but I won't cry now. I'm just being silly. I won't cry about it. Could you imagine? I can imagine. I could imagine kind of about a lot of other stuff, but like not getting a text back. Just kidding. Actually, I'm not kidding, but I'm also not. I'm kidding and I'm not, because not literally crying, but I don't like it when people don't text me back. My ex got into a thing recently. He didn't text me back. I'm like, okay, all right. And I don't want to believe that what I'm thinking is correct. I don't want to believe that he's watching me because my stomach just made a sound when I said that. I'm like, and then it did it again. Anyways, benefit of the doubt. What kind of signs are there that love is coming? Stuck on this? I don't know. Really, the stomach thing. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. What kind of signs? Hearing about love. Seeing couples. Anxiety. At least for me. I don't know. I love love, but it makes me anxious. Makes me wanna run a mile or something. My stomach keeps making sounds. I really don't want to believe that he's watching me, but there is something about that. If you are watching me, I know. I see you. But once again, benefit of the doubt. I've been saying that all day. When I was on TikTok, I was like, because I don't know. We could call it paranoid thoughts. We could call it whatever. I don't know. But occasionally, I have the thought that like certain people are like trying to upset me, and like especially on TikTok. Like I had a lot of trolls today, like people coming in and saying like really outrageous things, and like sometimes I'm not as kind and I call it out. I'm like, but I'm not actually. I try to be kind about it. I try to be subtle, but most people don't like being called out. If you're doing bad things, you probably don't want to be known to be doing. You know what I mean? People like to hide their hands. And anyways, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. 10 couples in the last hour when I went out earlier. What time zone are you in? It's like midnight for me. Reaction is acknowledgement. Yeah. Well, it came out in the cards, that's why. Because they asked me to pull them a card, and then it came out, and I was like, let me not be paranoid. Let me give you the benefit of the doubt and be like, I don't know if this is you or if this is somebody else, but somebody doesn't have good intentions. And but I felt it. You know what I mean? It's like a feeling. It's like a knowing. But it's important, I think, as a whatever you want to call it, psychic, spiritual person, you want to challenge your intuition. You don't want to just be like, oh, I feel like they're out to get me, so I'm gonna believe that. Like you want to, you know, be reasonable about the things that you get. It's so hard to read intent over text. It can be. It can be. Um, but once again, um, and I'm just speaking from my perspective. So, but as when you develop your intuition, when you develop your senses, um, once again, it still is necessary to challenge what you are receiving and the information that you're receiving. I don't think you should believe everything that you think, because sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong, um, or maybe not necessarily wrong, but like slightly adjacent. Because it might not be that they have bad intent, but they could be connected to somebody who does and is influencing them in some way. But there's a whole lot of nuance when it comes to spirits and stuff. I'm trying to get for the person mentioning yes and no nonsense. Yeah, it's really important, I think, to be able to admit, at least to yourself, when you're wrong, because sometimes we are wrong. Humans are very flawed. Humans, I love humans, but humans are very stupid sometimes. Um, Especially our egos. Like we want to believe that we know it all, we have all the answers. We don't. Especially if you're not meditating. Sorry. Sorry. If you're not slowing down your mind and listening and connecting, you probably don't have all the answers. Um, you know? Especially if you're doped up on caffeine all day, especially if you're like, I don't know. But that's my personal judgment. Ego Death. Oh my gosh. Do you like Haley Williams? She has an album called Ego Death at a Bachelor Party. I haven't listened to all of it. Um, but that's what I thought of in the moment. She makes good music. I like her music. If I'm even calling it the right thing, but lately I've been kind of. Yeah, I mean, ego death is a thing. It's not really a thing, but it is a thing. Like you can't kill the ego. The ego is always going to be a part of you. From Paramore. Have you not heard of Paramore? Excuse me. Oh my gosh, excuse me. No, I was meant to cry, but I got 'em where I want 'em now. And it was never my intention to cry. Steal it all away from you now. It's gotta just feel so good. And if you did, then you know you would. I don't know. That melody, I kind of messed up the melody, but Misery Business, that's what that was. Anyways, yeah. I mean, if you want to, I'm not suggesting. That's just what I thought of, and I said, I word vomited. I just said what I was thinking. Also, I like, he said sarcastically, I appreciate your presence. I appreciate that you're chatting, but sarcastically, I like how you're stealing all my attention because I'm supposed to be multitasking, but it's okay. I think I'll get off soon. So, what's holding you back from evolving by looking for certainty in all the wrong places? I don't need to pull a card to say that. I love pulling cards, but I think one of the things that hold us back is trying to find certainty, trying to be like, I need to know the next step. I need to know. I need to know. You don't need to know. You need to flow. You need to experience and let life happen. You can want what you want. You can want to have answers, but like, we as humans, we're not gonna have all the answers. One thing I love pulling cards, but that's something I've learned in the last year or so. Like, certainty is one of our biggest downfalls. Like, trying to be like, I need to know what's gonna happen. I need to know how he feels. I need to know. How about you talk to him? How about you call him up and be like, hey, how are you feeling? I'm not really feeling super secure in this relationship. Can you please give me some assurance? And if they can't do that, throw them in the trash. Just kidding. Don't throw people in the trash. That's not nice. But yeah, that's one thing I've learned personally, that my own journey recently. So should you call him up? I mean, if you want to. I mean, if you have his number, I don't know. Um, if he's that stuck on your brain, but You said spirituality, and when it comes to spirits, spirituality, spirits, two different things, maybe same thing. I don't know. When we're talking about spirits, I don't know. You got to be careful with that because, like, if somebody's on your mind, it might not be because you miss them. Maybe that's some spirit influence. I don't really like talking too much about that out loud, but that is also something I've learned. A lot of the time, our urges, our desires are not our own; they are the spirits. Um, Thankfully, I haven't lost my mind completely with that knowing, but with that awareness, because it can be very easy. The more you know, the more you lose yourself. But yeah, spirits actually control a lot of what goes on. The trickster. I mean, you could say trickster. That is a word. It's not necessarily always trick. Well, yeah, that's definitely something to watch out for. But like, we live in the human world, and there's a lot of unseen things. I'm saying too much. I'm not saying too much. I'm allowed to say this, but I feel like I'm saying too much. They're like, can you please stop? Stop giving all the sauce. Stop giving all the secrets. I don't know all the secrets. I don't know everything, but I know way too much. Um, yeah, I had a really bad experience with the trickster energy when I first started experiencing stuff. They told me I was gonna die. I didn't die. I'm still alive. But they did it through music. My music was like, "You're gonna freaking die," and I was like, I was really scared. I had a really bad acid trip. It was really scary. Um, and fear is definitely not something you want to cling on to. If you are scared, redirect your energy. Don't feed them the fear. I mean, you should, because that's what they want. If you want to be generous to them, but for your sake, you want to be careful because fear is often. I'm saying too much. They're like, "Can you please? You're allowed to say what you want, but shut up." Like, anyways, I'm gonna get off here. It was nice connecting. It was nice talking to you. I hope you have a nice rest of your night. Be safe. Be careful. Eat your vegetables. Um, if you want to. I need to eat some vegetables actually. I have some frozen veggies in the freezer. To everybody else, because I see some other people joining, check out the link tree, the description down below if you want a one-on-one with me, if you want to talk to me. It's fairly cheap. It's like 10% off, I think, for the 75% off for the first 10 minutes or something. I don't know. But yeah, have a nice night. Know that you are loved, that miracles happen all the time, and everything is temporary, so just stop tripping over the temporary stuff. Stop tripping. It's going to be okay. Okay? Go to bed. Do, do, do.